Good morning, pre-AP students. Hope you had a good weekend and that you completed all your work last week. The Week 3, Chapter 7 Methods Time Converter Code is what I want to talk about. I gave you a lot of good information about what was in the chapter in the reading assignment section of my assignment. You need to take the time to really read what I'm saying. It's kind of your shortcut and your replacement for not having me in class. So I try to write out custom information for you. I told you what your vocabulary needed to be, and then you'll notice that most of the quiz questions surrounded these terms and terminology usage. Then I gave you a coding assignment, time converter. And what we're learning in the methods section is that we have additional methods besides main that we can call on to do a very specific function, or process if you prefer to call it that. And so I provided you hours to minutes, and I also provided you with main. Then I asked you to finish the other three, days to hours, minutes to hours, and hours to days. And what you needed to do was look at hours to minutes as a model for creating the additional methods. And many of you did that quite successfully. Now, when I provide you a code set like this, there's no reason to change the main logic model. Somebody tried to change this logic model to an if then else. Hey, I gave you working code. All you had to write was the sections that I outlined, and I was very specific in telling you this. So pay attention to the instructions, folks. All right, enough said. Here's the code that you should have finished. Sorry about that, didn't mean to go so big. You start with time converter code here. Hours to minutes was provided you this method, and then I said add needed local scope variables in each method. So since this one is named hours to minutes, I know I needed hours and mins. This one is days to hours. Following this pattern, I need days and hours as my variables. The next one, mins to hours. Again, I need hours and mins. The last one is hours to days, so I needed variables called hours and days. Next thing is, what is the conversion that needs to be done? If the user gives you the number of hours, how do you convert that into minutes? Well, you have to calculate minutes and use hours times 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. Very simple. And so the same pattern follows here. The user gives you the days, you calculate the hours. The user gives you the minutes. Again, hours equals minutes divided by 60 on that one. And the last one is hours to days. Days equals hours divided by 24. And so by providing you the template in the first method, I made a simple assumption that you could follow the pattern and create the rest of the code. I hope you were successful. I'll be grading your papers today, or your turn-in today. And we'll be talking again real soon about the next assignment.